Simply put, exactly put, you are God. No freaking separation. Now, if you are God, you are everything, because everything is God. I'm not talking about a religious thing here or whatever you think God is. Simply, you are God. Now, if you are God, you create everything. You have created everything your whole life. This very meeting is exactly what you want. Can't be otherwise, because that's what's being created. Now, if I say you are God, or if I say everything simply, and you are God and you create everything, or if I say everything simply happens, that is the very same. It makes no freaking difference. None. That's it. It's that simple. Really. Everything that's wanted is literally your experience. Now, it's not your experience, as in I am separate. It's just the experience itself is you. You are everything. And it's not a teaching. It's not a practice. It's just how it is. You literally create everything. You always have. But, yeah, there are things I don't want and they happen anyway. And that's, you know, come on. That's just what it, then that's just what is. That's just what happens. It's not my doing, right? And fair enough, you know, it is what happens, sure. But it is also what you want, of course. Of course. It is something you don't want if you don't do it. Just like that, in a snap. When I say it's not a teaching or a practice, what I'm saying, in other words, is there is no how to do or not to do something. There is no how to want something and boom, that happens, because that is exactly how it happens. And if that's realized, that is a huge power. But it's not a power in the sense, ooh, I'm so guru powerful and blah, 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 blah. You know, although I can be that too, it's fine. But what I'm saying is it's always how it's been. So it is how it is. And it's always how it will be. And so, yeah, of course, if there is a so-called experience situation in life, which you don't appreciate or like or whatever, you can stop it. How? I don't know. That's manifestation itself, like literally. This is what's being manifested. And that's reality. And that's unreal at the same time. It's both. Duh. And so you know everything, which is nothing, but you know everything, everything. Everything that is happening is basically known. I challenged myself for tonight, so I want to say that. I wanted to not use once. I'm going to do it now, just this once, but I'm going to not use once the word no one. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. You're God. Period. You've always been. Now go do whatever the fuck you want already. You are free. already. That's why it's not a teaching. There's no how to be free. Hello. You are free. I can't give that to you. It's just, it's already the case. Now, on that basis, as usual, we can discuss ideas, or whatever. If there are questions, go ahead, unmute yourself and talk. But it's just, God speaking to God. So really, it's just a play, really. There's no suffering, really. There can be, if you want it, but there can be none, absolutely none. That does not mean there can't be feelings like sadness or whatever. I'm saying it doesn't have to be there if you don't want it, and it can be enjoyed or not enjoyed. It is what it is. It is love. It is God. That's it. So there you go. If there's anything you'd like to share or whatever, be my guest. And you're allowed to say there is no one. It's just, I'm not.
What came through my mind when you said everything is love, I heard even hate is love.
Even aid.
Hate.
Oh, hate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't need to be experienced, though. It can. Nothing wrong with that. It is love, sure. Doesn't need to change. Nothing fucking needs to change. Because if something needs to change, that means you're not God, right? But really, nothing needs to change, but everything can. Like that. But yeah, hate is love. Ha. Thanks. God is very silent.
I'm in an experiment these days.
Yeah.
I quit smoking a long time ago, but I kept on chewing nicotine gum. And so I just was sick of it. I couldn't, I was so,
Yeah.
so I just went through it, when I was like almost crazy, like, what, you look everywhere if you have forgotten a pack of gum somewhere. I just went through it and just sat like with it. And my mind was so crazy, so it even jumped to think of something else. So I was not all the time burdened by, you know, the craving or
Mhm.
something. But it's been 2 days. I'm cool, and then like half an hour before, I found a fucking pack of gum somewhere. I said, oh no, now that I've done that for 2 days.
Oh God.
But that's fun. That's fun because it's an experiment in the way. In a
Yeah,
way,
yeah, exactly.
it's not. It looks like a mountain. You don't want to feel bad. You just you know. But that's not that bad to feel bad.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. Okay, that's my sharing.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we quit smoking for about 2 months, and then we started taking a cigarette again. So the experiment now is that we can smoke. I can, but seriously, I mean, that's how I see it. I can smoke because I can. And I can stop anytime, and it's so clear. Like it's so, and when you want to quit, you quit. You know, like, it's really that simple. But then if it's like, oh, but how? Well, you're gonna be experiencing the how. I need to find a way. I need to find this, and it's not wrong. I'm just saying it's unnecessary because you just quit. Your body may feel things, but even that, like, does it really? Because that has to be known that your body feels something. So it doesn't experiment like your body is like, oh, well, okay, well, that's what's happening, sure. But if it's seen, you know, boom, really, it is truly that fucking simple. I mean, it's freaking amazing. It's cool.
It's easier when it's seen that there is no one in a certain way, you know, because
Yes, I agree.
the
100%.
individual
Yeah.
just it's, my English is not very good, but it's always it has to work hard, and so when the person has fallen apart, it's not such a big deal. You go through it, you just sit there,
Yeah.
and it's not such a big deal.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Actually,
yeah,
that's the point. I mean, but
anyway,
when this is it basically. Yeah.
yeah.
This is it.
It could have it could have been 10 years again, you know, chewing gum. I don't know.
When the search is over, the search is over. It's what it's like. It's not like. See, I used to think when I was still seeking that there shouldn't be questions anymore. None, zero. There's zero question. You know, and that's not the case. There are questions. They're just not questions about this. But there's a real enjoyment here to question. Maybe it's the wrong word, but it's not. But yeah, to question, to say, okay, so how can I do this and how does that work? But on the whole conceptual level, just because this body freaking loves it. It's what it does, which is why I'm talking today, which is why I'm sharing this. It's just because I enjoy it. I mean, why else? Do you know what I mean? And it's so easy to think that, all right, so there's a guy here. Well, he knows something. He knows something, and he's got something to bring to me, and that's a horrible position to be in because it's just not true. But hearing that can really, boom. Hearing that there is nothing to hear, hearing that this is it as it is, and that never needed to be heard, but because it's heard, it doesn't need to be heard anymore. Because what's been said here has already been heard. You are freaking God. You do exactly what you want. You always have. You cannot learn to do it or not to do it because you always have. And it's irrelevant whether you think you always have or not, because you simply think that you always have or not. It's just thinking, it's nothing. It's just a thought, literally. And so if there is a thought that, well, okay, well, I need to hear it again and again and again, it's a thought. It's not true. It doesn't need to be heard. It can be heard many times again, just for the sake of it, but it's just a thought. But again, like last time, I would strongly suggest to people here to really just ask questions. Actually, I mean, don't force yourself, is not what I'm saying, but if there's something, or share anything, there's no judgment, but just really go for it, because I fucking see through you. And by the way, if I see through you, you see through me too. It's interesting, right? Of course, it's how it is. Yeah. Duh. In other words, I know exactly what you need to hear. I don't know how. It's just how it works. It's not something special. Like, it's just what this body does, and every body is in that way absolutely unique and does their own thing, and what's naturally enjoyed, I guess. And blah 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 and blue blue blue. What the fuck am I saying? Because of course, all that's been said is just what's been said, including you are God. But doesn't make it untrue.
I'm liking this God thing.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we all really deep down know that that's true, but to say it in these meetings or in the non-dual, speak, that would be a little taboo. But I love that you're not you, but that is coming from you today. I love this message. I think
Cool.
I think we all want to hear it because we all know it's true, which I had already
Exactly.
said.
Exactly.
So I guess I need to say it again.
Yeah.
Keep going with it. Run with it, baby.
Nice. Thanks, Tanya. Yeah. It's literally everything is created by you. See, if this whole world was real, as in only real, only solid, only tangible, well, then it wouldn't move, it wouldn't seemingly change all the time. It wouldn't, but it's not. So anything can be done. I mean, that's the freaking magic. Not that anything needs doing, anything can. There is no world to help, to save, to whatever. True. However, sorry, I've seen the message. I'll respond after. And I lost my track of thoughts because that was so important, right? Yeah. However, there's just this sharing coming from this body, apparently, to explain the unexplainable, transmit the untransmittable. It works because you're all hearing this. So why? I mean, so much is heard about life, really. It has to be a certain way, and then we hear about all spiritual teachings and the non-duality and blah blah blah. And non-duality, that's the real deal. That's the one. The message. Well, that's the message 2.0, right? Does that make sense? Like, literally, who the fuck cares? Okay, let me have a look at the chat. All right, so splash your God, yeah. Ilun incarnated, Ilun guide our path. If I am God, I will pray to myself for forgiveness. Okay. You can. But what needs forgiving? And it's not talking about praying. It's just, that's the thing. It's not a technique I'm giving you, although there's nothing wrong with techniques. It's not what I'm saying. But it's literally your God. So you can pray, sure. And hope. But really, there's also simply nothing to forgive. Just like that. Boom, gone, done, finished, over. Period. Done. Never fucking happened. Or maybe it did. Again, who cares? Who the fuck knows that? Well, only God knows that, right? Obviously. If you don't like the word God because it's too much loaded with ideas and concepts, I can simply say you are the creator. You are what's beyond fucking thoughts. You are what's beyond fucking everything, which is completely inconceivable, unknowable, unnameable, yet names appear. God, this, life, universe, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Multiverse, right? And you are that which is beyond. So what you want isn't done by a separate you, which has no fucking reality. It's done, period. And so your whole being as a body expresses itself, wants things, plays with things, doesn't want things, blah, blah, blah. And that's all that's happening. That is your fucking world, of which you are the fucking ruler. And there are no fucking rules. Welcome. Come on, people, give me something. Come on.
If you think about it, it's really the only thing that would make sense.
Yeah. And even if you don't think about it.
Touche, yes. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah, completely.
I'm loving this. This feels good.
It does, huh? Yeah. Why would we fucking feel good? Because someone said there is no good or bad. Hey, fuck off. Of course there's no good or bad as an ultimate thing. Of course not. That's the freedom. Yeah, 100%. But feels good to feel good is what I'm saying.
Hi, Max.
Hey,
Hi.
Karen, how are you?
Yeah, doing okay. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, all good.
So I don't know if I misunderstood something, but there is a change of. I mean, lately, you are speaking about you or God, that what you believe, and there is a resistance there coming
for you
here.
Okay.
Yeah, totally, like what? But we are not, so there is a complete resistance against this message that you are God. And I mean, it's just also just arising, but but the sense of self, the giving
What's that?
reality to a self, to something who is God, is just rejected, you know. So I just wanted
I'm not, but okay, yeah. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, no, just so
Yeah.
I don't know if I misunderstood
Um,
something, or maybe I understood something. I don't know what is happening here, but it's just like totally two contradictory. Seemingly.
It's a mind fuck. So like
Yes.
I was saying, I think before you arrived, but today I challenge myself not to use the word no one. So I'm gonna try and respond to you not using that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just a fucking word, you know, whatever. But so I'm not talking about a separate you that would be a something called God. That's of course completely impossible.
Mhm.
That's an idea. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Something I can become. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is there is no you as a separate thing. I'm going to put it like this,
Mhm.
right? There's just literally everything that seems to happen. You with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, now everything that happens, seems to happen, whatever, is of course you. That experience, apparent experience is you. That resistance you're talking about is you. That the thought, whatever, because you are this moment in that way. Does that make sense? Everything. So, but you're not everything as a thing that can be conceived and imagined and experienced, because, well, that's just impossible, because it's everything. Now, if you are everything, everything is what happens. Everything is love itself, God itself. Not as a thing, as a concept called God, as something I can pray, as an entity, as a something, as the universe, or whatever. No. The sense, the creator, really. The creator of this, what seems to be going on. So if I say there is just what's going on, which is undeniably true,
Yes.
right? It's the very same as saying you are everything, you are God. You are the creator of this, what's going on. Everything that's been going on is basically what you have wanted, but what you have wanted is so direct that it's that thought, it's the word direct, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's always and only this.
Yes.
That's all.
Okay. Okay, so I misunderstood it, because there was a belief that that's you're allowing this you to I mean, I don't know if it's just concession of, as you said, you wanted to challenge yourself by not saying that there is no one. So.
You can, by the way. I won't, but you can.
But yeah, I just felt that I mean, maybe I'm wrong, that you know, that there is a space there to believe that there is a you.
But it's impossible to believe there is a you, is it?
It's impossible to believe that.
How could you believe there is a you? Yeah, right. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable there is a you. Completely unbelievable.
Yes, but once it's seen that there is no you, it's impossible to say that I am everything. For example, just that even I am is
right. So that's right. So that's how it appears there. That's how it's heard there. And it's because it's okay. You heard it. It's fine. Yes. All I'm saying is just everything is done by what we call life, right? That's life, basically. It's not done by anything or anyone, but it's just life happening. You with me? And this life happening, well, is you. Is you. You are, so it's not a separate you. It's because you hear the word you as a separate thing. And of course, hearing all the time, there is no one, there is no one, there is no one, there is no one. There is nothing happening. Some people really believe there's nothing happening. Hello, that's not what's meant. Like everything simply happens. Yeah. It's just, but you're right. I mean, the message here is completely changing. I was
Yes.
saying, yeah, completely, yeah, completely. Yeah, fuck off the rest. Yeah, completely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I find it more fun. Yeah, but you know, it's just what's happening. Of course.
Yes,
You know?
of course.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Thank
Cool.
you, Max.
Thanks, Karen. Thank you. The
There
message
are
is, yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say there are some speakers who I'm not going to, point anybody out, but that really entwine the story and non-duality. And so the message, it gets blurry. It's not so, I always forget the word, but going kind of commenting on what she was saying. But when you start using God, it's people start feeling the stories getting intertwined again, but I can hear it as nothing.
Exactly.
Because it's not another separate thing. It's just nothing.
It's just nothing. But my point with using the word God is really, you are creating everything. It doesn't mean you can control everything. Well, I'm sure you could if you wanted to. That's my point. You can do exactly what you want. Exactly what you want all the time. That not it's you're not a fucking victim of your life. Does that make sense? That's what I'm saying. In other words, do you know what I mean? No one is. No one is. But of course, it's just a perspective. But of course, it's exactly that anyway. It's not something I know in the sense, I know and I live by that. Does that make sense? It's just obvious. And so, yeah, just playing around with it because it's fun. But it's just what this body does, you know? It's just, with just a single will, let's say, an intention, it transcribes into reality straight away. Boom, just like that. Really, it really fucking does. So yeah, but okay, but this I didn't want, and well, because of course, if there is a belief that you want something but then you don't want it, then there's an experience of you want something but you don't want it. Does that make sense? And so this conflict is that, and so yeah, it's key really to hear that there is nothing to hear, that this is it, that there is no separate entity. But that's just a story, that there is no separate entity. Does that make sense? The story of enlightenment, the story of I am awake. But all of these are just simply pointers pointing to the same. This. I'm not giving a technique, something to do, or recommendation here, nothing like that at all. In that way, the message hasn't changed one bit at all. In that way, it's still very, very radical. But I am radically saying, I don't know really, everything, nothing, blah, blah. You are God, which is nothing. Maybe Karen prefers to hear it like that. Exactly. Nothing does not exist. Exactly. I mean, thanks for that splash. Thank you. Yeah. Precisely. Nothing does not exist. Beautiful. So everything exists. So it seems. And what is everything? You know, we can talk about it if you want to, but it's everything. It's not complicated. It seems so real that there is that thing to get which will enlighten me, which will free me. But really, you are already good. You are already God. You are already. There is nothing that is not your choice. Even feeling that you don't have a choice, well, okay, your decision. Now, is there a real thing as a real entity that actually decides everything and chooses everything? No. So is there free will? No. Does that mean that there are no decisions apparently happening? Of course there are. Choices. Right? I'm choiceless. It's just what happens. Beliefs. Everything is a fucking belief. You believe what you believe, that's why you believe it. So if you believe there is no one, there is no one. If you believe there is someone, there is someone. And if you believe there is someone and you must know that there is no one, shit, oh fuck, I used it. No, fucking failed. Oh, bad. Oh, okay, shit. Okay, well, I held it for 40 minutes, not bad. Okay. So if you believe there is no one, it's a belief. That's never what is meant in the radical non-dual message. There is no one. It's already the case. No one fucking knows that. If no one knows that, is that true? No one fucking knows. But what is said, what is experienced apparently is so-called what is true. And because it's said, it's true. Because it's said. And because it's heard, it's true. On the spur of the moment. Is there such a thing as a truth? Of course not. Which is why you're already free. Already. Can't be done, can't be undone. It's heard. Boom. Just like that. Done. Over. It's not just this. It's just this. It's just this. It's all this. Everything. I need to find God. Well, good luck with that. That's what you are. But is there a separate thing called me that is that thing in time and space? Is God? No. Everything is God. Boom. Everything is what is happening. And so to the question, what is happening being done by the appearance of a separate you, or does it happen? Who cares? Because the appearance of a separate you is just the appearance of a separate you. Ergo, of course, I'm going to say it after all, there is no one. Fail my challenge. Shit.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Nathan.
I think of your thoughts, beliefs, and opinions as filters to this, filtering this. So people can't see this because they're being, other thoughts and opinions are blocking this.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you absolutely. Yeah. That's beliefs, yeah, opinions, ideas, and I know, and no, you don't. But at some point, you can genuinely say, I know. You can genuinely say, I know, of course. Yeah, now I know. Boom. Oh my God. That was that all along. Well, yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. When I said earlier, you know everything, I don't mean you know everything as a piece of information always and constantly. What I'm saying, however, is you know. All I'm saying is already known. That's why it's not a fucking teaching. It's not something to learn or to grasp. Or it's just, it's already known. It's done. And it's done because I decided that it's done. Because I know that it's done. That it's heard. And so, of course, it's heard. Because I am everything. Which includes those bodies over there. It's so freaking simple. So freaking simple. Know how. Your whole life you walk around. I walked around. Finding ways for myself. To survive, to be good, to not be hurt. And so that's, again, that's the reality. You see, your God, that's what you create, you know? And going to therapies, and none of there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's, you know, it's rather unpleasant, if not fucking depressing. As far as I'm concerned, it was very depressing. And the answer is there is no one answer, right? But the answer is there is no how. There is no how to think of. It's just boom. If you know something on a spur of the moment, you know, period, done. It's known. But if everything indeed, or most things come from a sense of lack, then what's experienced is I lack something, I'm going to find a way to get this. And there are many ways that work, you know, money, love, you know, blah, 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 you know, and I miss this and I am not complete. This is not complete. This is not enough, blah, 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 blah. Of course, this is enough. This is all there is. So everything, I mean, nothing, this is full abundance itself. Life is whole. Life is abundance itself. It doesn't lack everything. It's complete because it's the whole fucking life. Like all of it. What you can think of and what you cannot think of. Everything. What you can conceive, what you cannot conceive. And so, I mean, how is there a lack? There isn't. Now, if that is known, there is no fucking lack. There is nothing missing. So all that can be played around. you know, I don't know. And everything's being manifested in your life just like that. Literally, in life, as in so-called reality, tangible, which is, of course, just one side of the coin, because the other side of the coin is nothing. Period. Not an idea of nothing. Nothing. Not real. Nothing I'm saying is real. But it's not unreal either. It is just what's said. And it's just what's said. It is exactly like that. Splash, may God forgive you, but I won't. Having fun in the chat. It's cool. There is no fucking reason for anything, right? None whatsoever. There is no reason for that meeting. But there are maybe a lot of apparent reasons, yeah. But there's no one reason behind this thing called life. It's just life. It's a game, it's a play. When you have a choice, you suffer or you thrive. And I'm not saying that as a search or as a tool. I'm just literally saying suffering is unnecessary. Can be there, and anything can happen. If something were to happen to my dear wife here, or yeah, the one who's smiling now, or my cats or whatever, I have no doubt I would be completely devastated. Of course. But that can also only happen if I believe it can. That's literally how powerful you are. If it's somehow carried around, risk, life is a risk. Nah, it's not. If it's not carried around, and all those ideas that there's something, I've seen you, Gideon, that there is something not right. All that is just linked, maybe. It's just, it's conditioning, it's whatever. It's there being someone, like a real thing, a real someone that needs something, but there isn't. Really felt my challenge. Fuck. Anyway.